Hey there, hi there, ho there, peeps. I am back. It has been a long time. Um, I have to really learn how to work my gadgets. Um, I was just recording a video and I didn't press the record button. So I'm going to try to reiterate. I do that a lot, I know. I'm going to try to reiterate some of the things that I said. I was speaking very quickly. So it's been a long time since I've recorded a video. It's been a lot of things that have been happening. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about today was energy. And I was saying that as a black person, culturally, a lot of people think that we don't have a culture if you're black American, but we do. Culturally, there's certain things that I grew up knowing that we don't do or that we don't accept. And as I have matured and had some experiences, there are certain things that I listen to and entertain that I may not have done before. So, with that said, there are a lot of platforms where people are talking about the same thing, or basically they have the same content, and it just all depends on the person. There are some, like I said, like I was saying before, when I thought I was recording, I think at some point when I get the right equipment, I want to do some makeup tutorials, and that's only because makeup is an art form, and I've been toying with it over this pandemic or during the pandemic, and I like some of the things that I've come up with. There are a lot of people who do makeup tutorial videos. So one thing that I always thought to myself was I can't do a makeup tutorial video because there are so many people who do makeup tutorial videos. But the fact of the matter is that, um, say hi, Nanita.
No, I look bad.
The
Hello.
fact of the matter is that people relate to certain people. So, for instance, there are certain people that I see they do their makeup tutorials, and I've subscribed to their channels, and I can relate to them because of their personality, because of how they do it, because of what they're saying, black and white, and I do that. So I say that to say that there are a lot of different people that can relate to me because we have the same personality, or maybe I'm just, you know, you're receptive to different things and different people. So some people can say, um, so it's again a phone call. So people can say something to me, and they say something in a way, and I understand it, but it doesn't click because I just don't have the same relationship with the person, or they just don't click to me, whatever it is, the personality. Whereas someone else who I'm vibing with can say that same exact thing to me, and all of a sudden it clicks. With that said, that's why I'm going to um, go ahead and push aside my inhibitions and do or talk about some of the topics that I normally wouldn't have, because I discourage myself by saying that there are so many people that are talking about that topic. It comes across differently when a different person is talking about it. And there are a lot of people that can relate to me that may not. I can send them videos and whatnot from people that I might listen to, and they may not, and it may not click. It may not, it may not click for them. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about energy. Um, One of the things, and again, remember, guys, I told you that I was going to change my channel, the name of the channel, because I realized that there are so many on my YouTube channel. There are so many tea times with this person and tea times with that and tea times, and I wanted to change it. I also mentioned, and I realized that I'm going around the place and I'll talk about a topic and then I'll move. That is the way that I talk. I'm going to try to reel it in and start to write down some of the stuff so that I have a better flow of what it is that I'm doing, of what it is that I'm talking about. But the energy. See, I lost my train of thought doing that. But so the story, what I'm going to change my thing to. I did mention previously that I always wanted to write a book, and that that's a kind of scary thing, because when you write about yourself, you're including other people, but it's still your story, right? And the reason why I started working on this platform in the beginning, in the first place, was to give myself a way to, I guess, document my story, to try to make it easier for me to write. I am a writer, but I think it's more difficult when you're writing about yourself because you have to get really personal about certain things. So, anyway, I am going to change the name of my channel eventually, and it's going to be something that it's going to have something to do with me telling stories the way that I do, because that's something that I do naturally, and I've always done that naturally. So anyway, energies, let's back to energies. I was listening to a video today, and one of the people that I was listening to, his name is Aaron something. He was talking about your energy, and I always thought it was really strange that when I'm not in a relationship, or people in general, when people are not in a relationship, you realize, like, if you have a man or you have a woman or you have a whatever, you're in a relationship, it seems like everybody wants you. Everybody's hitting on you. And for some people, I've talked about this in the past with some of my friends, and they're like, I don't understand it. Sometimes you look at that other person and you're like, and that's why a lot of people, when they don't have a certain level of willpower, I believe they cheat. Because when you're married and when you're in a relationship, you exude a different type of energy. You could believe in energies or not, but there's something different about your aura. There's something different about the way you carry yourself. There is a certain energy that you do exude that is an attracting energy. So when you're not out there feeling desperate, because that's just what it is, let's call a spade a spade. When you're not out there feeling desperate, and you're not out there feeling like I want to be in a relationship, and you're not out there chasing men or chasing women or chasing whomever, and you're like, I want to be with that person, I want to be with that person, I want to be with that person, or let me dress myself up because let me stand here like this, or let me look sexy, let me pout my lips, and let me take these pictures, let me do this. Just I forgot what you call it. Um, Thirst trap. Let me thirst trap some people. You know, when you're doing that, the energy that you're giving off is a chasing energy. You ever been around somebody who you felt was pathetic? They were just like chasing you all into you. Just they were smothering you. They didn't want to give you air. They didn't want you to breathe. It was just like their whole life revolved around you. That's a lot of work for you as a person to be responsible for someone else's happiness. That's a hell of a job. So nobody wants to do that. You, even if you were interested in the person, and this has happened to me a lot in life, where a person was so interested in me in the beginning, and they're like, oh my gosh, you know, she's this, she's that. They saw all these things in within their head. They created the person that they thought I would be in a relationship. And then when we got into that relationship, or we started to get to know each other, I was, oh my God, this person is, oh God, look at them. And I also had the tendency to create these things or episodes in my mind where I'm spending so much time with the person in my head that by the time I get to them, they put in so much work that they really didn't put in. They put that work in inside my head. So therefore, I'm skipping stages because I'm relating to them as if they earned um, they earned a certain level of treatment from me that they didn't. It was only in my head. And when I start to do that, they're looking at me like, yo, this be crazy. Like, um, why is she responding to me like that? And it's kind of creepy. And if you've ever experienced that the other way around, where someone is just like, I want to marry you, let's have kids, and you've only known them for a week, it's kind of scary and it's kind of off-putting. Those are energies, guys. The energy that they're putting off is a chase. And this guy that I was listening to, he made a good what is the word? I don't remember the word. Observation. He made a good observation, and he said that someone said to him that if you're chasing someone, it's usually because they're running. You got to think about it. If you're chasing someone, they're running away from you. Why would you want to be with someone who's running away from you? And that energy that you are putting, that you think is attractive, is actually a repellent, as opposed to being a magnet. So to just wrap this all up, we have to work on becoming magnets by repelling. The way to attract is to repel. That sounds crazy. So let me just break that down. When you don't want when you don't want to be in a relationship, or when you're in a relationship, people want you because the energy that you're giving off is confidence. You're not trying to impress anybody else. You're not trying to be with anyone. You don't exude desperation. You exude a level of confidence, and a level of I don't want you or I don't need you that makes people want you is to chase. So that it attracts them to you, like what's going on with her, what's going on with him. I want to be with that person. I want to know what they're all about. I want to be around them. You as when you are in repellent mode, like get away from me, or just you don't have that attitude of looking, searching, or wanting, you are actually a magnet, even though you may feel like, or you may be in repellent mode. When you're actually trying to attract to something or someone and you're going after them, whether it's by what you're doing, you're not saying it, but you're just popping up wherever they are. You're trying to make sure you're in their head. When you're doing that, you think that you are putting out a magnetic energy or that you're exuding a magnetic energy when you're really repelling people. And it doesn't matter how nice the person is, how beautiful the person is. I mean, look at the number of celebrities who you would think are so beautiful and are so handsome that cannot maintain a relationship. And I'm not getting into their business, like, I don't know what's going on, but look at it and think about it. Why can someone, and then you hear the stories that come from their exes. Why was someone so beautiful or someone so handsome not be able to be in a relationship? And there are other reasons, but this video is about energy. So basically what I want to say is just put that out there for anyone who can relate to what I'm saying. And hopefully I'm working on this myself, and hopefully this video can help someone else who can relate to my personality. Someone who has a similar personality can relate to this video, and that it can be helpful. And just knowing that sometimes people get what they want by ignoring. Sometimes people do it on purpose. And then, like, if I want to be with this person, I'm going to ignore them. You ever seen that really popular woman or man or boy or girl, and they kind of just like, they're used to people chasing them, like, oh no, oh my gosh, and they're used to getting people to do whatever it is that they want to be done because people are just chasing them and they really don't have any interest, and they kind of just walk all over that person because they really don't have that love for the person, because they're using the person or people because they know like those people are chasing them. And then you find that person who's not paying you any attention at all, and you're like, hold on, everybody pays their attention to me, like what's going on with you? And that person who's paying you no mind becomes hella interesting. Think about it. I hope this helps.